Hello guys and welcome everyone to today's special edition of rFactor 2 stream. Welcome to the Q1 2023 content drop here on rFactor 2, where the absolute and official build of rFactor 2 gets updated, where we got fresh content to deal with, to race with, but where we actually also got some new features that we're looking on to take for the simulation in the future. Guys, welcome to a little bit of a welcome stream of the Long Beach Grand Prix street circuit here. We are, as you can imagine, in the Indycar. We are running there on the Dallara IR18 here at Long Beach, and we're trying to get used to the new cores. We're trying to present you the new cores, freshly laser scanned of Studio 397 from the US. And well, what to say really? I mean, it's a laser scanned version of a very iconic racetrack, isn't it? So we're happily taking the car out this endless pit road in 64 kph. I don't know what that refers to, probably like 45 miles an hour, 40? Thereabouts, maybe 35. But anyway, we're coming towards the end of the pit road to see what this Long Beach circuit is looking like. And I'm not quite sure what my dash is doing with the IndyCar, but probably are going to have a quick look. You know what, let me have a straight look right there, because that dash needs to be quickly fixed. Bear with me. Yeah, profiles manager, we are on the Dallara IR18. So we are looking. That's a no, I guess. Bear with me real quick again. Note. Car settings. Don't override anything. There we go. That is better. It's not actually. Okay, we just leave it because we want to have a look at the track. Unless I quickly... I'm gonna pause the game for a second again after I've ran into the maximum limiter. You guys don't want to be looking into blue-ish RPMs all the time, don't you? Ah, now I know why it does that. We override the maximum. Yep. Okay, you just look at blue LEDs, whatever. Hey Jerome, how you doing? So, the Long Beach circuit with its iconic final turn here, the other hairpin, where the car, like, you need to go so slow with the car. The suspension of the IndyCar has changed a lot. Yeah, there is a bunch of updates, not only for the IndyCar, but also for the entire rFactor 2 branch. So we're looking at a lot of new updates. To the entire system, which also brings up some hybrid action, as you can imagine. There is a hybrid system available now to the BTCC cars, as much as I understand it. So with that, a couple of new settings. Also a new BTCC car with a Hyundai. Was it a Hyundai? No, it was a Honda Civic, I think. I need to look this up. there's a bunch of new things coming to rFactor 2 with this content drop. And, you know, some people are really hyped about Long Beach, and I think quite rightly so. Long Beach is a great addition to the rFactor 2 simulation for sure. However, I do think that the hybrid system that is being brought to go around the corner, the hybrid system that's been brought to the BTCC cars is the more significant change on the rFactor 2 simulation for the future, because I think that is hinting to the general plan of Studio 397 and Motorsport Games to most likely implement a hybrid system to the game engine. So that is what we're really waiting for, isn't it? Like, there's so many new things on the rFactor 2 simulation, and as much as I said, like, one of the very most important ones is that hybrid system, which will hint into the future for rFactor 2. There is some more, of course, and I think I'm speaking for the majority of people watching the stream. The fact that you now can race against content that you don't own is probably the most significant change of all times, and marks really the raise of a downside on rFactor 2 compared to the so loved iRacing of everyone. Because now, just like on iRacing, we are able to race against GT3 cars that we don't own in our inventory, that we can race against prototypes that we don't own in our inventory, and so on. So the guys from Low Fuel Motorsport will be particularly happy about that, because it means you can now run the BTCC series on Low Fuel Motorsport despite you only own one car. And obviously the tracks, like, you need to own the tracks in order to race on them. Fair. But you don't need to own all the 6 remaining BTCC cars that are now available. So that is awesome news to the wide audience of rFactor 2, and I hope that this will get a lot of downsides a lot of downsides being erased out of the heads of the haters of rFactor 2 and so on. Because that is a significant change. Because now if you just put it on together, if you now just coming down to the base hardcore facts between, let's say, iRacing and rFactor 2, the reason to choose iRacing over rFactor 2 is only, if any, the online service and the user experience when it comes to how to race online, how easy to race online on iRacing, and how easy to find races against a bunch of other people with the same idea. So that is the sole selling point of iRacing for me at this stage, because iRacing doesn't have weather. iRacing does have the bad netcode that rFactor never had and hopefully never will get. Yes, rFactor 2 got some other issues as in game bugs and so on. But in any other point, rFactor 2 is more sophisticated than iRacing. It might be a personal opinion, but to me that really is the case. Oops. Spunksy, almost everything that has been bad about it has been fixed. Well, I agree. I really much agree with that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see more stuff getting fixed then. Because honestly, I think it's an awesome game. And I think it, like, yes, rFactor 2 has had their issues for sure. While I want to raise the car a little bit because the bumpy roads of Long Beach are a bit too bumpy for my car, so it's jumping around a lot. You can force brake change in the pits. I mean, that will probably be for people that have been too eager on, oh dear, on the brake cooling, and therefore having, well, cooked their brakes. But yeah, in all fairness, I mean, I can have a look whether I can find it on the menu. You can't see that probably right now anyway. No, it's not here. James Lee, I would be looking forward to see that happening, that's for sure. Anyway, let's focus more about the track. So remember, the track is laser scanned, and I got to be honest, like, just look at the surroundings. That I hope that you can see them from the screen here a bit. I have to admit, the surroundings of this track are being extremely accurate. Here around the fountain, you remember Simon, was it Simon Pagano that beached on it? Can't remember. Either it was Pagano or was Helio Castroneves who beached on the fountain in, I think last year. Was. So with a little bit more right height, the car bouncing a little less, having a little bit more connection to the ground, which is great. But just look at the accuracy of the rFactor 2 laser scans. It is phenomenal, and I absolutely love these laser scans. And I think these laser scans are even more sophisticated than the iRacing ones. But I don't want to be picking on iRacing versus rFactor 2 all stream long. We're trying to take care of the Long Beach circuit, which is extremely accurate. All the lines, all the crowds, all the textures, the concrete walls, the special kind of curbs that you find here. And I keep out braking myself for turn 1. Biblical. Oh, it's so great. Let me see if we can park on the fountain. Yes. So this was the spot of Simon Pagano, I believe. That's going to be interesting in the race. How to deal with the fountain. Beyond that, I mean, not much to say. You know, it's Long Beach. It is bumpy as hell. It looks like a proper challenge to drive. And all the mistakes that we've seen from the real-life drivers are easily made. The barriers are coming so quick, despite the track is wide and narrow at the same time. Here it's rather narrow before it gets wide again. Spunksy, yes, the content is out indeed. You can purchase the track for $8.99. You find the link in the video description below. And guys, I want to hear your thoughts about the latest additions on content here on rFactor 2. Tell me your thoughts on the hybrid system. Tell me the thoughts on you're now able to race against content that you don't own. Tell me your thoughts about brake discs being changeable now on a pit stop. And put it down in the comment area below. We're gonna get on a discussion after the stream down in the comments area, where you guys can have your opinions, can have your words, can have your thoughts. And I'm gonna have a look at it in the next couple of days and answer each of them. So unless you are live with us here and put your comments and questions into the chat, put them down in the comments area below. Looking forward to see your thoughts. Have I already driven on a Long Beach track? I do assume I have done some IMSA Sports Car Championship around this circuit on iRacing a few years back. But I haven't driven this track in a while for sure. Hey Julian. As a frequent offline racer, you love the AI improvements. I can imagine that. To be fair, I haven't raced against AI in a good while. Oh dear, the wall. But I would actually love to do that at some point again. It's just that, you know, the AI isn't driving that sophisticated really. And I would probably love even more improvements to that. But yeah, let's see. It is needless to say that rFactor 2 has evolved as hard as never before since the takeover of MSG last year. And I guess you can say whatever you want about MSG, the financial situation, that is obviously a topic in the sim racing community. They are not giving up on making the sim something greater than it already is. So I can only be thankful for that. Oh my goodness me. How often do I still want to outbreak myself? I agree with you, Xobo. For rFactor 2 newbies trying to get a hang of the game, only buying 1 or 2 cars and a couple of tracks to really feel the groove of rFactor 2 instead of going with a big content all the time is a huge win. And I mean, we can... I will do the bridge over to iRacing again. iRacing is also... Now it is like... iRacing has become relatively more expensive with today. Because before today you had to argue like, yeah, but you need to own all content on rFactor 2 and then it's a bit more expensive than iRacing even. This argument has completely vanished. Today, rFactor 2, you buy a car for $4.99 compared to iRacing where you buy a car for $11.99. And on the track side, it's $7.99 or $8.99 versus $14.99. So, a clear difference. Yeah, you could now speak about euros versus dollars and so on. But still, it is an unneglectable difference in pricing, in strategy and everything. And, well, I really hope that guy remains some truth with his speech saying rFactor 2 will now take away a good piece of the market share from iRacing in the European area. I'd be looking forward. More drivers, more races. Next thing we need to focus then is on getting the competition system up to speed, I guess. But yeah, whatever you guys think, put it down in the comments area below, put it here into the chat. Let's get a discussion going. As we have slightly touched the wall, immediately being penalized for track limits. And that's going to be interesting for the GT Challenge. The GT Challenge competition. I'm not sure where the qualifying will take place. Is it Long Beach even in the GT3s? I can't remember. I would need to read the press release. Too many press releases today from Studio 397. So I need to do better homework, I guess. But effectively I need to reread that again to see where the qualifying happens. But if you're just leaning onto the wall, slightly touching it, you are about to get penalized and your lap time is invalidated for touching the wall. There you go. Track limits, walls. If you touch the wall, you are not going to be a happy man when it comes to track limits and your racing time. Is the hybrid on BTCC cars like Curse or is it like F1? I have not tried it yet. That would be probably a stream for next week because, you know, I just don't want to get into that hybrid stuff without having had a look beforehand and see how it completely works and explain to you how the hybrid system is completely like its full functionality. But I'm trying to get my head around it for next week. Maybe I'm gonna do a recorded video on it and then put it out. What do you guys think on the quality here of the track? I can also put you guys into the direct cockpit view so you see the complete in-game footage. What do you mean by that, Crew of Art? I think part of the today's content drop is a completely revised GT3 BOP. So I'm pretty sure they've worked heavily on that. Honestly, it's good fun racing around here. Got too much understeer in general though. But remember that the Indycar is a quite lazy car as well. Leaning slightly against the wall, straight track limits. That's a great addition, really. That completely kills the discussion whether you've gained time, you didn't gain time while touching the wall. You touch the wall, the lap is invalidated, period. That is absolutely great. I hope on more people for LFM as well. You mean GT Pro is not completely over? No, I don't think so even. What people need to understand, that balance of performance is usually an ongoing process. If you don't change the physics at some point, let's say after a year of analyzation and running algorithms and stuff, you should be able to apply track-specific BOP to each car. And then things should be completely equal. Just mathematically and with AI, that should be possible, really. Oh, I've touched the wall again. Come on, Michi. Can't be that hard, can it? Still getting used to my old new steering wheel again. Touching the wall again. P1 Peru, that is exactly right. You don't need to own all the content in order to race against other people anymore. LFM will have a lot more access for sure. We'll probably see that tomorrow straight in the Sports Car Championship race. On Thursday for sure for the Nordschleife. You don't need to own all GT3 content. I mean, don't get me wrong, most of the user base are owning it anyway. So back to the original picture, I guess. Racer X, I agree. That is looking so good. Delta, what is the reason that you bought the game last week? Either way, oh, what a beautiful chicken around the fountain. Because of that little bit of a slide that we had, just pitch perfect. But now the understeer in the front left is creeping in big time. I can't get this corner right. Brandalo, no changes for the FFB as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, with some changes in the physics, some feel on the FFB might obviously be a little bit changed as well. But generally speaking, I haven't seen a big change look about FFB. I did try some GT3. Yeah, you guys want to see me taking out the Audi around here? The GT3 Audi, if you wish to. I could then stop the Indycar and give the Audi a go, if you appreciate a GT3 sounds galore. Ah, too tight over the stupid curb. I hate that part of the track. Like, really, there is no black and white track limit rule. There is no black and white grip. Where's that pit entry again? I think it's not here. Yeah, it's over there, I think on the inside somewhere. Ah, there you go. Pit road it is. So then, GT3 is on the wish list. I would probably need to change the thumbnail, but whatever. Let's put the Audi on. Bear with me real quick. Audi. Papa Yerne will love this. Not even sure. Do I have a livery in some? Or is not? Where is the Audi livery that I've put on one of these cars? I thought I was running one of... Probably need to find the LFM mod. But... LFM... Damn it. Okay, just Audi it is. Trudewart, no, I did not test that yet. Chicane in the start will really be a disaster for sure. Yes, Meave, you are probably the only one thinking this. Brendayo, what kind of issues they reported? A V10 sound. Oh, no, we don't put it on 100% FFB. It's not smart. 30 should be alright. A bigger steering wheel range. Because it's GT. Oh yeah, but that was to be expected because they used the GT3 update before in order to gather the feedback, to check on the issues, and now get it ready for today. Ah, V10 engine sounds. You'll enjoy them so much. I will enjoy them. My steering wheel enjoys them. I don't know what's happened to these profiles. Oh, I need to fix it. I love that new sound. Obviously, GT3 sounds have been redone. Oh, is a bonk. This is the Audi, yeah. No, I'm not going to go into a lot of different GT3s for the moment, as we want to celebrate the track, not the GT3s at this stage. You guys gonna see loads of GT3 racing for the upcoming GT Challenge qualifying. So be sure there will be a ton of GT car action here. Whether that will be the BMW M4 or the Audi or something different obviously remains a mystery till we actually do it. I guess I'm gonna pick the Audi regardless. Loving the sounds. Probably also the GT3 car I have most experience in with. Yes, I'm a financial controller in the meanwhile. So we soon bring this to an end, guys. This is the laser scanned version of Long Beach. And we're racing with it, or on it, with a redone GT3 car, new tire model, new tire physics, new sounds, downshift protection, reworked ABS, and some other small bits and pieces. What do you think of it? Oh dear. Yeah, so what do you think of it? Put it down in the comments, the comment area below. Give me your feedback on your thoughts, what you think about the new updates, and we'll get in touch on the commentary side, as a lot of people are probably watching this as a video on demand. The German must choose a V10. Yeah, sure. I could have also chosen a German V8 with a Mercedes. And now since I'm a Mercedes fanboy, people are like, Michi, why are you not in the Mercedes? Well, because the V10 sounds are better than the V8s. Yanni will most likely agree. I love the yelling of the turbo though. You can hear. How are the frame rates with this track? I have limited them to 120 FPS anyway, but I'm playing it at quite maxed settings. And I report that they are absolutely fine, spot on, no stuttering whatsoever. My brain has some frame drops though, like, I'm not looking forward racing this one, because as you can see, I have my severe issues with turn 1. And a 1 minute 19 lap time means also a lucky punch somewhere. Oh dear. We'll just give you a good edge. Roscoe. Oh no. Don't get Roscoe into this game. Oh, bonk. Yeah, so as you can see, you need to do setup work for the Audi, as the rear end becomes already unbearable. Oh. So this is something that I have seen though what they've changed, and I think that is a big improvement. Let me show you something. So I'm losing the rear end here. And you immediately see the entire car sliding to the outside. Just going way too quick in the first place, but the point that I'm raising is it is not that die-hard drift slide simulator anymore. They've done fixes to these cars, to that physics, that are now prohibit you doing that on an extensive level. From what I've heard is that they obviously made the tires a lot more sensitive, and you're now losing quite a bit of downforce, I think, when you're going sideways. Downforce that's been generated by the chassis itself. So if that's not flowing straight through the air anymore, you are losing performance and losing downforce, therefore leading to, well, a crash, let's say, but ultimately it leads to you losing car performance throughout a corner when you're drifting through it. So, and I think that is a great addition. That is a great feature for the sim, because it's always been, you know, iRacing has been called ice racing and rFactor 2 has been called a drift simulator, and they're approaching that topic with a new tire model as well, which I think is an amazing part of the update as well. You guys want to have a benchmark time with default setup? Copy. Yes, Thomas, less esports sliding. Not completely gone, but surely less rewarding. So let's try to get you guys some lap time in then. I need a little bit of focus. Ah, too quick. There he was, the esports slide. Just 2/10, I can do that faster. Too hard over that curb. So you see a more controlled exit is a straight time gain on the clock. And I think that's what we all wanted to see. That slide didn't get me anywhere in terms of lap time. So you really want to have the car controlled at all times. So let's take the left-hander without the slide, see what happens to the delta. Surely a better approach into the final turn. So that's what I mean, like, it's not entirely off in terms of no esports slide at all. But here you do esports slide and you're straight into the barrier, literally. Okay, I get fresh set of tires, do another time here on Long Beach, and then we're gonna call it a stream. And yeah, guys, if you appreciate the new content here on rFactor 2, if you also appreciate us streaming on rFactor 2 and racing on rFactor 2, then please have a like on the video, have a subscription to the YouTube channel, have a follow up on Twitch, and come back for more sim racing related content. We're going to do some low fuel motorsport tomorrow. We are also going to enter into the GT Challenge competition for the qualifying, and we are obviously going to enjoy more rFactor 2 esports streaming in the near future. So if you're up for that, if you will appreciate that, and please give the channel a follow on Twitch and a subscription on the YouTube channel if you haven't done already. And then we're gonna draw a conclusion. Long Beach in a laser scan version, absolutely magnificent. You feel every bump, you see every bump, you kind of hear the bumps as well, and you need to be quite good in terms of setting up the car around these bumps. I can see that coming in the future. I'm not entirely sure if the racing is going to be that great on the circuit, but I think that's more a circuit characteristics issue. Again, I would like to hear your thoughts on the new updates, as we're trying to set you guys a benchmark default setup. Nothing changed, not even tire pressures or so on. Here we go. Keep the car straight, keep it steady, don't slide it, and it's going to be fast. That's how a proper GT3 is driving quick. For those that are wondering about the track conditions, light rubber, static. Gianluca, ciao. What do I think of iRacing? I think it needs to change quickly in order to keep up with the development speed of rFactor 2 and the features that are coming. I think that was a reasonably good lap. .117.997. Let's see whether we can improve. Too late on these brakes. Yeah, too deep into the corner. Bonk. Yeah. Straight slide, straight time loss. What are you guys thinking about? Okay, what are you guys thinking about taking the Formula Pro car out here? Like, that is probably the ultimate machine to be raced on this ground, and that's what I quickly gonna do as a final. The Formula Pro it is. Yeah, nasty idea. I can imagine. I'm gonna probably put some Monaco setup. And see how that goes. Just really some 2 or 3 or 4 laps, and then we're gonna call it a day, calling it a conclusion. Come on, load. Where is Azure? Ooh. It's $8.99, and you can find a link to the shop, to the DLC page, down in the description area of the video. That's going to be so huge fun now. I expect loads of bumps, lots of controls, dives into the wall. We are looking forward as we unleash the beast. Okay, wait, guys, wait. I don't know what kind of BS is going on. With the like, now I'm personally triggered. Okay, still not fixed. I gonna get this done. Don't you worry. I do not know what's happened, honestly. We leave it then. Oh, I need to fix it elsewhere. Probably need to have a restart of a lot of things. So, we just enjoy Formula Pro around here a bit. Oof. Can't wait for the hairpin. Oh my god, the bumps. Yeah, classic Monaco setup. to shorten the gears. I could somehow enjoy this car around here, to be honest. Yeah, of course, it's a cut. Question is, can this car do it sub 1 minute? Probably not. I'm gonna give this a try though. Nah, it's not going to be possible, I'm afraid. Or is it? 104? Probably with a longer 7th gear. Proper workout. As the car is really on the edge. Jesus, like, I imagine having driven this car around Monaco and I'm like, how the hell did I not completely die? Oh, I know what I forgot to change. Michi. Settings. Arduino. Profile manager. Michi, you need to load the Formula Pro car. There you go. We have a proper dash. With a proper dash, we are straight going to be quicker. Dennis Jordan, did you forget to... No, I did not. Let me see whether I can get the steering wheel range on for the hairpin. So we are looking. I did forget to get to turn it on. I need to go back to practice. This car's twitchy on any track, but don't get me wrong, on these bumps it's hilarious. Well, a lot of people say that this car is too hard to drive. And therefore I think people don't enjoy it, which I can't relate to, but I can understand the point of view. So we try again. Almost. Ah, good old memories. Good memories with that car. Yeah, Yanni, I think it's especially difficult to drive if you got weight penalty. A beautiful car is so on the edge. I really miss the feeling of being ready to die any second. Only what a... Nah, I'm not. I'm refusing saying that. Anyway, Yerne in the chat means more work to do. So, final lap to come up with. Nice esports slide into turn 1. Tires are coming and cooking, finally. Ay, ay, ay. Final lap for us. As we then come to a conclusion. Beautiful hairpin. Oh, what a dance. So, 104.1, I'm gonna leave it with that. We're gonna leave it with testing and driving on the new Long Beach circuit and rather come to a small conclusion when it comes to rFactor 2 updates. So, it is indeed one of the most important and one of the most ever desired updates in the history of rFactor 2. And I want to get this discussion going with you guys. So for those of you watching this as a video on demand, put your comments down in the comment area below. Put in your thoughts, put in your guesses, put in anything that comes to your mind when thinking about this phenomenal rFactor 2 update. Because with today, rFactor 2 is going to be ever more it's going to be more usable for everyone than ever, because from today onwards you do not need to own all content anymore in order to be able to join servers, in order to be eligible to race online. So that has been the point of criticism for rFactor 2 for a decade, really. And with today, this stream of many users is coming through, with rFactor 2 rewriting a little bit of code, rewriting their simulation, rewriting the functionality, enabling you to join servers with content that you do not own yet, maybe. So effectively, this is just as good as the iRacing system for less money, for higher quality, as I think, for more features, for better force feedback, for better netcode. And like the list could be going onwards. Then we have other people saying, yeah, but rFactor 2 and this keeps crashing and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. I mean, every sim got its issues, right? But effectively, this update is a big change in the history of rFactor 2. And I'm pretty sure that it will drive the usability and the popularity of the sim in the near future. Beyond that, being able to jumping onto the to servers with content that you do not own is not the only significant change. We also get a hybrid system for the BTCC cars. I need to do some refiddling and I need to get into that hybrid system a little bit next week. Probably going to do a video about it then as soon as I completely know how it and have understood how it works. But it is another big change, because this is most likely leading us to a full hybrid system on the rFactor 2 simulation at some point in the future. So on that level, we're also matching iRacing at some point in the future. Can't wait well, like, how long are we waiting for rain and iRacing? Certainly longer than we waited for all these features now coming to rFactor 2. So, um, what I'm trying to say is like a hyper system to the rFactor 2 core simulation will be a huge change in the future, and I'm pretty sure it's about to come. Obviously, I don't have any information on that whatsoever, but just think of it like PTCC cars using a hybrid system. They're now getting a hybrid system. PTCC cars is one of the most pushed DLCs, one of the most pushed content for rFactor 2 in the last 12 months. So I think that direction is clear. There needs to be a full hybrid implementation on rFactor 2 at some point in the future. That's for sure. And then, like, speaking about content, we get a new BTCC car. We now get Long Beach. We could do IMSA Sports Car Championship races. We can do IndyCar series with official content on rFactor 2. The game is getting somewhere. The simulation is growing. The simulation is getting improved. We got new features. We got new photo modes. We got new UI enhancements. We got new mod packaging enhancements, and it's really working super fast. So the game, the simulation, is developing extremely quick, and it's going to be developed even further. And you know what? Like, looking at where rFactor 2 is heading with that, I'm looking for a very, very bright future for the game. But what is your thought on that? What is your idea? What do you think about all these changes? What do you think is rFactor 2 being able to put up on the sim racing business in a year or two, maybe? What do you think is the sim in the future? What do you think, as to date, is lacking big time on rFactor 2? Like, you could have watched that video a year ago and you would have said, yeah, been racing other people with content you don't own, a hybrid system, a better UI, a competition system. And a year later, we have all that. Arguably, Low Fuel Motorsport is not a competition system by Studio 397, but I believe we are getting updates on that competition system in the future as well. Like, they've kind of fixed all the features things when updating the core simulation. So now it's probably time to focus on the back part. But again, I'm happy to hear your thoughts. Yerne wants to have usable front tires. Well, who doesn't want that? So I am surely noting myself down to this as well. CS 2.0 will deliver. Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's what I meant with the with saying we're now looking for updates on the back part of the game. With hopefully the competition system being further developed. We'll probably get more content. I wonder whether we get some more hypercars to the simulation. But that's all speculations and stuff. I am looking forward to see where this sim is going because, like, I am each and every time rFactor 2 is dropping content, I'm surprised on the changes that they do. Whether that is track limits, whether it's tire modeling, whether that is UI enhancements, whether that is sounds. Like, they have sped up the production. They have sped up the development on the sim last year, and they keep going at it. And they are really reducing the number of bugs. So I think rFactor 2 is heading in a perfect direction. And on that bombshell, there's nothing more to say than, guys, I'd like to hear your thoughts on all this. Again, put it down in the comments area below, and I will go over your comments and see what you guys are up to. Have a big thank you for watching tonight. Thank you really much for spending the time with me. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to rFactor 2, if you're watching this for the first time, and appreciate it, then please have a like on the video, subscribe on the YouTube channel, follow up on Twitch, and enjoy more rFactor 2 streams in the near future. Quick out view to the weekend coming ahead. It's VCO ERWC episode 2, iRacing and rFactor 2 on Sunday and on Saturday. I will schedule the streams as soon as I can. Guys, come for us, rooting for us for the tournament. Lots of prize money on the line. We need your fan support. So looking forward to see you guys on the streams. Other than that, we're going to have a raid on Twitch now. And I hope you guys will enjoy your evening, guys. See you and goodbye.